wanting to get rid of these, to flout these ethical guidelines is to address the current pandemic that this motion implies. So the main clash of here is on who addresses that pandemic best. And we tell you so clearly that it is side opposition. Why is this? Well, we've already shown that more people will die in their world. This will be because as the as doctors and medical scientists flout the ethical guidelines, part of that will involve them killing people. Not to say that they will be doing so necessarily maliciously, but the result will be that people will die. As a result, looking at it from the outside, people who are trying to consider whether or not they should get the vaccine will see that people die as a result of the process of making the vaccine. As a result, vaccine hesitancy skyrockets. As a result, fewer people go through the process of getting a cure, of getting a vaccine. Now, what does that lead to? Well, it means that in the pandemic that we are talking about, in this pandemic that the motion implies, it takes longer to solve. More people die because they're more hesitant, they're less willing to get the treatments that are found because they don't trust the medical community, the medical society anymore. Now, what this means is that side prop, which wants to address the pandemic more quickly, is actually taking serious and significant steps to address the pandemic more slowly, to lead to an impact where the pandemic lasts longer, it kills more people, it has more harm. And also, in any future situations, future pandemics and epidemics, they don't trust the medical system, they don't go to doctors, and so everything gets worse in that society. Now, on to the second main clash, and that is on consent. Side prop says one of the big things that they talk about is on the individual's ability to consent to the virus. And it is true that in our everyday life, people who got coronavirus weren't really able to consent to getting coronavirus. That is something that exists on both sides of the house. But what we have shown is that the ability to give rational consent in their world cannot be trusted because of people who are in a position of crisis. But additionally to that, we have shown that the end result on our side would be fewer people getting the virus as they go through the process of getting the vaccine. They are less hesitant, etc., etc. As a result, if we want to frame consent as they do in terms of consenting to get contract the virus to begin with, we easily win on that side because we have fewer people getting the virus. They have completely, in the process of doing this, ignored what actual medicine looks like, what actual medical testing looks like. And the reason they have done that is that if they looked at what the ethical guidelines say, if they looked at what ethical testing looks like, they would see that our side prioritizes consent. It prioritizes actually taking people, it prioritizes finding the risks that we've shown that they cannot prove because they will often end up skipping things like animal testing. But on our side, it involves finding the risks, creating actual informed consent. Ethical guidelines, it also looks like creating that space to allow people to think rationally before they come to a decision. And so crucially, it involves people not making these ad hoc decisions that you would have on their side of the house. And so as such, on our clashes, we clearly win. We are better for this pandemic. We are better for society as a whole. And for that reason, I am so proud to oppose.